You've probably clicked this video because you've thought about content creation in some way. You may want to stream video games, make some unboxing videos, or do some talking to camera pieces. Or you might be a parent with a child yelling at you, "But Mom, I want to be a YouTuber." No matter what kind of content you want to make, the most common question people have is, how do I get started? In this series, we're going to break down the gate-kept walls and let you in on a little secret about what gear you need to start your journey. And I've got a bunch of tips and tricks for you. This series is sponsored by Elgato, who I genuinely think are the best in the industry when it comes to gear for live streaming and content creation. First things first, and the most important thing, your audio. You can have a fancy setup and look good on camera, but that won't mean anything if your audio is poor. Here's a quick little rundown of how microphones work. There are two main types of microphones out there. There are condenser microphones and there are dynamic microphones. Condenser microphones tend to have a wider channel which lets in more noise, whereas dynamic microphones are a lot more narrow and require a closer positioning to your face. Condenser microphones can be plugged directly into your PC, whereas a dynamic microphone requires an XLR cable, therefore needing an audio interface as well. I have a full breakdown video for beginners of the Elgato Wave DX and XLR if you want to learn more about that. But why I mention these types of microphones is because you need to decide what kind of audio output you want, depending on what kind of content you are going to make. However, for the purpose of this video, as this is the first in the series, which is intended for beginners, we are going to focus on the Elgato Wave 3 condenser microphone.
A condenser microphone is usually a much cheaper buy. They can still sound really good and you can still tailor them to your own settings and EQ, but they are designed to let in more noise. On the mic, you have access to your gain controls, as well as live monitoring of your voice if you choose to plug in headphones and listen along, which I think is a really good way to listen for tweak areas. It has a cardioid pattern, which is great for things like live streaming or face-to-cam content, as that polar pattern is designed to sit in front of your face. So pair this with the Elgato Wave low profile arm like I have here, and you have a great microphone that'll help you get started on producing tolerable content for people to enjoy. And if you want a choice in color, the Wave 3 microphone comes in black and white, and both have a matching Wave low profile arm too.
So now you've got your audio set, let's make you look pretty.
The Elgato Facecam is a fantastic choice for beginners or even advanced creators. This is a 1080p 60 webcam that gives you full customization of picture, exposure, white balance and more through the included Camera Hub software. This is kind of the closest you can get to a proper camera in the form of a webcam on a budget. You can set your settings and have the camera remember this due to its onboard flash memory, so you can plug it into another PC and all your camera tweaks are ready to roll. The Camera Hub software really allows you to customize this camera to your needs, and the 60 frames a second makes it one of the smoothest capturing experiences. For an affordable price, you're really getting something that I think is worth it. And if you want to go to the next level, check out my review of the Elgato Facecam Pro. That's a camera I absolutely love.
But how do you look good on camera? Lights, lights, and more lights. Lighting is hugely important when it comes to creating content with the camera, and Elgato have a great range of lighting to support. The Keylight series are some of my favorite lights to exist, as they are fully controllable through your PC, your mobile phone, and your Stream Deck. And that is because you can use the Control Center software. The lights have a temperature control from white to yellow light, so you can adjust what kind of level you would like for that, as well as a brightness setting so you can light up your face perfectly. I use the Elgato key lights, however the Elgato Keylight Air is a great choice to start with. It can be placed anywhere on the desk because of the base stand that it's on, but it will work best if it is placed near your face cam. Alternatively, you could use something like the Keylight Mini and mount that above your monitor and near your face cam too. However, for something that small, it's probably more beneficial getting two of those, and at that point, you may as well invest in the Keylight Air, and yes, two would work better, but one is a great starting point. Pair them to your Stream Deck and you have a control center at your fingertips to adjust your brightness and your temperature on the fly. So we have our audio and our video down pat, but now it's time to capture gameplay. That is, if you are wanting to do gameplay content, of course. For this, you will need what's called a capture card. This device allows you to capture the gameplay from your gaming console and allows you to either make a video on it or live stream. This is one step, but alongside that, you also need a game capture software. So the capture card that I have for beginners is an older model from Elgato, but it is the HD60S. Now this is an external card. If you can pick this up, it is a cheaper option to get started, and I still recommend it. This allows you to connect one console to your PC and capture your gameplay. There are a few cables for this device, with one plugged to your console, one plugged to your monitor, and one plugged to your PC. But once you have set it all up and adjusted your console to allow for capturing gameplay, choose your recording software and get playing. I use a software called OBS, and that allows me to add in all my overlays such as my webcam, my green screen if I want to use one, Elgato make these by the way, and all my overlays for something like Twitch if I were to live stream. But you can also use Elgato's onboard capture software too. Just a friendly reminder that if you are capturing gameplay from a console, you do need to go into your settings and make sure the console allows for you to do that. PlayStation, I'm looking at you. Lastly, automate your content creation with the Stream Deck. This device is revolutionary and allows you to set macros which streamlines content creation majorly. Like I said earlier, you can use it to turn your lights on and off. You can control your audio at the press of a button, you can send announcement tweets or Discord messages, editing software, honestly the list goes on. Anything you think you can do with the Stream Deck, you most likely can. There are a few different Stream Decks to choose from, however the 15 button or even the Stream Deck Mini are great starting points because even though there are only a few buttons on there, you can actually fill it out with multiple pages. So don't worry if you think you have a lot of settings to set it to, you don't need to go with the big extra large version, you can start out with the smaller ones and build your pages from there. This takes automation to the next level, and no, it's not necessarily required for you to start content creation. However, it makes things so much faster and saves you a lot of time with lots of different things. So now you've got all your content creation gear, your desk setup should be looking something like this. The journey with Elgato doesn't stop there. Be sure to subscribe because in my next video, we are going to be leveling up our gear with Elgato for a more advanced content creation setup. I've been using Elgato products for years, and they are the most advanced gear that I've used, but they are the most simple to use. I'm no video professional, but when I started my YouTube channel all those years ago, Elgato were one of the first brands that I purchased from to grab a capture card. So it really is awesome that to this day, I'm still using their products and I still rely on their products, and they've never let me down. I hope this guide has helped you in working out how to begin your content creation journey. Leave a comment below if you're an Elgato user, and if not, what was your favorite product in this video that you would love to try out? Let's have a chat about it in the comments. But for now, I'll catch you in the next part of this series.